I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. As the Manhattan District Attorney moves ever closer to criminally indicting Donald Trump is on his social media platform just saying some of the most disgusting and vile things. He's at it again. He posted on his social media platform more posts that look like witness intimidation of Stormy Daniels, who he continually and misogynistically refers to over and over again as horseface. Let me read for you the most recent post that he made. And then following this post, he then starts posting about golf and golf balls and says, "Leave the golf balls alone." I mean, it's truly a situation where we have a completely deranged madman, and yet he is leading a cult that is the MAGA Republican Party. He is who the Republican Party looks to as a leader, someone who says this: "I did nothing," in caps, "wrong in the, quote, horseface case. I see she showed up in New York today trying to drum up some publicity for herself. I haven't seen or spoken to her since I took a picture with her on a golf course in full golf gear, including a hat, close to 18 years ago. She knows nothing about me other than her conman lawyer Avenatti and convicted liar and felon jailbird Michael Cohen may have schemed up. Never had an affair with her. Just another false accusation by a sleazebag witch hunt." You know, I feel very strongly that this post constitutes another crime of witness intimidation. I mean, referring to Stormy Daniels in connection with her appearance before a criminal grand jury where she was subpoenaed and calling her a horseface, saying that she went there to drum up publicity, and calling her a sleazebag, saying that in general is completely vile. But saying it also in connection with her appearance before a criminal grand jury that is investigating his crimes, I believe is criminal, and I believe it is a charge that Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg should charge him with. And when you look at this, what Donald Trump's argument is, what he and his lawyers have been saying their defenses, is that there was no affair. And here in this post, he's saying that there was not even any sexual intercourse that took place, or, as I've said before, the 1.5 seconds of sex that he evidently had. Here he's saying all he did was take a photograph with her, which basically means that one of the ways that you will be able to impeach him, and this is one of the things that he is opening the door to, is that by claiming that no sex occurred, he will open the door in the criminal trial to very excruciating detail Stormy Daniels talking about the sex, talking about his very tiny penis, talking about what a disgusting individual he is. That will necessarily have to come out to further identify that Donald Trump is a complete and utter liar. And by the way, this evidence as well could be used in other cases against Donald Trump to just show that he's a liar. Like, I can see this post, for example, being used in the E. Jean Carroll case, for example. I bet you E. Jean Carroll's lawyer in the civil rape trial and defamation trial, currently in federal court in the Southern District of New York that's set to go to trial in April, will show these messages to Donald Trump, because what we saw E. Jean Carroll's lawyer do in the deposition of Donald Trump is show him all these other statements that he's made where he's called climate change a hoax and he's called the 2020 election a hoax. And she said, look, all of these things that are real, that are inconvenient to you, you call a hoax, and you're also calling E. Jean Carroll's allegations a hoax. So add to that now Donald Trump saying that Stormy Daniels is another hoax and that they never even had sex. So it's very possible E. Jean Carroll's lawyer brings this up. Imagine being Donald Trump's lawyer. Well, I would never, ever, ever want to imagine that, but we don't need to imagine it. We've seen Joe Tacopina, his new lawyer, as I called it, go on a self-flagellation tour and just look utterly ridiculous when asked the most basic questions. He was like trying to grab the paper out of Ari Melber's hands. Or Alina Habba. I mean, what in the world is going on there? But look, this is what Donald Trump's argument is. I took a picture with her on a golf course in full golf gear, including a hat. I guess that's his way of saying he wasn't naked. I mean, is that what he says? Close to 18 years ago. And then he's accusing Avenatti and Cohen of teaming up. That's part of his accusation. They schemed up, never had an affair with her, just another false accusation by a sleazebag. I mean, when the media tries to normalize this behavior and they cover his events like he's some normal candidate, it aggravates me to no end, because this is a sick, sadistic, maniac, malignant narcissist. This is a truly vile and deranged person, like as despicable of a human being as you can be. You know, Ben, you're going too far. No, I'm not. Who uses this term? Horseface, sleazebag, someone who appeared before a criminal grand jury and then accused Stormy Daniels of showing up to drum up publicity. She was subpoenaed to speak before the criminal grand jury that is criminally investigating you. By the way, I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps Alvin Bragg is showing these posts to the criminal grand jury in real time and saying, look at what he's writing right now. Look at what the individual is saying. You heard from Stormy Daniels. Stormy, have you seen these posts that he's making? And how do you respond to these posts that he's making? Think about that. And think about that that's actually what is going to happen at the criminal trial against Donald Trump. And then so right after posting that, here's what Donald Trump says. He goes, here we go again with the USGA wanting to cut the distance out of a golf ball. Remember, you still have to chip, putt, and do everything else. They really have bigger problems like live. People want to feel and watch the long ball. Also, they want to see the great players hit home runs, not singles and doubles. Length is important for entertainment value. Leave the golf ball alone. Balls will be mixed for years to come. What a mess. Also, allow long putters and ball drops from past heights. I mean, it's like a completely deranged statement right here. Leave the golf ball alone, in caps, after calling a witness who just testified before a criminal grand jury horseface and sleazebag and accusing her of seeking out publicity when she was subpoenaed to speak before a criminal grand jury. And then over here, supporting LIV, the Saudi Arabian-backed golf tournament, because they pay you money to play at your golf course, and saying the USGA should worry about LIV golf. Are you absolutely kidding me, folks? This isn't normal. I refuse to be gaslit by anyone who tries to normalize this behavior. And that is the modern day MAGA Republican Party. That is who the Republican Party is in 2023. Enough is enough. This is disgusting conduct. I am glad that Donald Trump will soon be criminally indicted, which he absolutely deserves. And I am frankly just disgusted by these statements, as every American should be. It's embarrassing, it's humiliating to our country, and it should be humiliating to the Republican Party. But in 2023, the Republican Party has no shame. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 1 million subscribers in March. We are marching to 1 million subscribers thanks to your incredible support. So please hit subscribe. It's free to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Help us get to 1 million subscribers. Hit subscribe. Also, wherever you get your audio podcast, just search MeidasTouch Podcast and subscribe. Free as well. Free. So subscribe and check us out wherever you get your audio. Thank you so much. Till next time, I'm Ben Meiselas.
Love this video? Then you'll love the MeidasTouch podcast. Listen as my brothers and I break down the latest news and chat with top political leaders on the fastest growing pro-democracy podcast in the world. New episodes drop every Tuesday and Friday. Add the MeidasTouch podcast right now wherever you listen to your podcasts.